guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So I was sitting there thinking about it, about the possibility of these three potential major EZAs right here, and I'm actually really excited for this celebration. I think all three of these characters will dramatically help out some teams that really could use the help, right? So again, we have the teaser in the news for the new Dokkan Fest Future Android 17 and 18 coming. I think it's probably going to be a dual unit, Future 17 and Future 18, rather than an exchange, since whatchamacallit, we have the Join Forces stage coming for Super Battle Road, right? Although I guess, to be fair, the Dokkan Fest AGL Trunks stage, or Dokkan Fest, he came with the Planet Namek Saga stage of Super Battle Road, so I guess it doesn't mean that much, but, you know, who knows, we could see. So with those units, right, and then of course we also saw, damn, I just closed it, I don't know, this is such a moron, but we also saw this, right, so this stage is getting updated. So with this story event getting updated, that shows me that, again, it's just sort of more so focusing on the future category in general right here, rather than just, like, sort of the confrontation between, you know, future Gohan, future Trunks, and then the future androids, right? And this is good, because this LR badly needs to be buffed, and it's like extreme Realm of Gods. It's like they had released some units where it had seemed like they had wanted to sort of split Realm of Gods up into super class and extreme class, right? You know, with like kind of the abilities of like what Merge Zamasu was able to do and stuff like that. But I mean, extreme class Realm of Gods is horrible. Meki Kabura just dropped, and he is a beast, right? But take a look at him. Fear and Faith. He's got big bad bosses, right? So it's like he's got a couple of links that could work well with LR, Goku, Black, and Zamasu. They have Fear and Faith and big bad bosses as well. So it's like if this unit gets a massively powerful EZA, they could be really good. So I was trying to think of like what the ideal way to build these three potential EZA units, right? Again, I think with Goku, Black, and Zamasu, to sort of emulate their fight, I think giving them damage reduction against multiple enemies, maybe like 40% damage reduction when there's, you know, 2 or more enemies or something like that, would be a good start, right? I think giving them a general base of attack and defense as well could be good. So, I mean, maybe just like 80% attack and defense, or 100% attack and defense, or something like that. And then they could keep this right here, although honestly I feel like this could be attack and defense. And then they could keep these two right here, although I think maybe making this attack and defense as well would be good. So make this attack and defense 30% for 3 turns, and make this attack and defense 30% for 6 turns. Give them, you know, 100% attack and defense start a turn, damage reduction against multiple enemies, and then make this attack and defense. And I think they'd be pretty damn good. Because fully built up, they would almost assuredly be rocking 400k, 500k, 600k defense, something like that. Good for long events, you know, because again, we're well aware of all the units that have gotten these sort of like 6-turn super attack buffs. So, I mean, you know, this unit with that buff sort of like going, like staying strong, they would be able to maintain good defense. They'd be doing good damage, especially if they got extra start a turn attack, because their damage is already like okay. Like once they're built up, their damage is like pretty solid. So you just go ahead and build all that up, and they also have got HP regen, and I think this unit would be very good, way better I think than like Majin Vegeta, Int LR Gohan. I actually do kind of like that physical Trunks. I think physical Trunks and physical Bardock are just like very solid. I feel like you could actually get use out of them. Goku and Frieza, of course, are very good. SCR Broly is very good. Majin Vegeta and Gohan, I just feel like they're just underwhelming, is what I would say for them. It's like Vegeta can come out and just do so much damage, but dude, that boy cannot take a hit at all. He's just instantly dead, like Majin Vegeta. It's just 170k defense, that's it, with nothing else. It's just pathetic. It's awful. Terrible. God awful. It's unrunnable, I would say. Like 170, that's not going to help you in any like content where you actually want help, right? So that would be good. They're on the 5 teams. Realm of Gods, Potara, Future, Time Traveler, Join Forces. I mean, Potara, Realm of Gods, Future, all, I think really, I like the help. Them on Time Travelers would be good. Time Travelers, dude, man, I'm telling y'all, like, if they either give no, I don't think Int Goku Black is easing during this celebration. I mean, he could, Because it's like, keep in mind that, like, Tech Hit has Tech Hit came out in April of 2019 for JP. Goku Black came out in November of 2018 for JP. So it's like, we could, I guess, see in Goku Black, but I don't know that they would skip over Physical Future Gohan in what is, to me, a perfect celebration to EZA him. And then if they do Int Goku Black, that means they're skipping over, like, STR Rose. Although, I mean, they probably are going to EZA STR Rose, and then Tech Vegito Blue, probably at the same time. I feel like they're probably going to get their EZAs at the same time. But Time Travelers gets a proper lead. Like, again, exactly Bojack, except he's geared around Space Traveling Warriors. Make him geared around Time Travelers instead. And Time Travelers is like a top 5 team or something like that. This is roster. Like, you have all of the Heroes units on it, and it's like a lot of people will meme about, you know, some of the Heroes units' effectiveness, but a lot of them would be, like, really solid added into this team, right? Like, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is solid, a bunch of these Trunkses are good, right? Like, you know, you could rock Cell, LR Cell, with characters that would actually be able to help him rather than the other, like, sort of kind of like shitty Cells. Garlic Jr.'s on here. You can build this in a lot of different ways. Honestly, we need not only an extreme class Time Traveler lead, but we also need a super class. We need 2. So hopefully they drop a super class Time Traveler leader who's really good, and then in the future this guy could easy and we'd have our 2, right? Alright, so next I do want to talk about Physical Future Gohan. To me, this is the most likely. Like, by most likely, I am, like, certain this guy's probably going to EZA. I think the chances of a Part 2 LR being, like, one-armed Future Gohan or Future Gohan and, like Trunks, like, exchange revive or something like that is, like, 99%. The last, like, this is going to be year 4 in a row where I think it's, like, very obvious. Because 3 years ago, when Int Goku Black came out, the Part 2 LR was Trunks and Mai, you know, the double rate spanner. The year after, we had Android 13, and then the Part 2 LR was LR Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. And then the year after, we had Bojack, and then the LR there was Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So, it's, I mean, Future Gohan, to me, is Future Gohan hype enough for the Double Rates Christmas banner? Yes. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't like the idea of a character being locked behind, like, a revive exchange. Like, we have to die in order to exchange into the character. But, I mean, using the Goku and Vegeta, I have found it to be a rather well-designed unit. And it's like, you know, yeah, you can miss the transformation. I've had it happen to me where it's like, oh, yes, I fell below 30%. But then, like, you know, I actually dodged, I 5-dodged an attack with Vegeta, then finished the turn off, and then I ended up dying. It's like, oh, great. Right? Like, stuff like that can happen, but it, like, if they would build, like, let's say an LR one-arm Future Gohan exactly that same way, and then he has a revive exchange mechanic into Gohan, or into Trunks transforming into Super Saiyan for the first time, like that, I feel like that's beyond worthy of the double rates banner hype. I feel people, like, that's a unit that would come to Global and JP at the same time, I'm pretty sure. And I feel like global players would be very happy with that. Although, then again, global players did whine and cry and complain about Super Saiyan 2 Gohan last year. Yeah, because Jiren got pushed back. Oh my god, so it's going to be the same thing again this year. Janemba, dude, every time I open Twitter, people are like, hey, is this 2017 unit better than LR Janemba? Like, people hate Janemba. Now, all of a sudden, oh, where's Janemba on global? It's like, I thought y'all hated him. What is going on? But, oh my god, yeah. Global's about to get LR Future Gohan, and everyone's going to say, but where's Janemba? Oh, we want Janemba. By the way, I think Janemba's probably coming out in January for Global. Just like Jiren last year. Looks like it's going to be kind of the same thing. Okay. So what they could do with Future Gohan, right? I feel like leaving a lot of this the same. Like this, you could leave this the same, right? I think there's an easy way to make this guy really good. So number one, give him, I think, 150% attack and defense start a turn. Bam. That's a good start. What are his stats? Oh my god, dude, his defense is so high. That's before EZA. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, dude, he's gonna be tanky. Attack will be like 17,000, and his defense is what, like 13,000 or something like that. So again, you give him 150% right there. Bam. You could keep this the same. Maybe bump this up to like 200%. So again, I want attack and defense 150%, make this defense up to 200%. The less HP remaining, the greater the buff. I think you could leave this the same right here. I don't think that needs to change. But then also, I think you could give him, again, just like LR Goku Black and Zamasu, I think you can give this future Gohan maybe like 40% damage reduction when there's 2 or more enemies. And again, just like Goku Black and Zamasu, how that makes a lot of sense, because the two of them are fighting Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta constantly. Gohan is fighting both androids. So I see no reason why they couldn't do something like that. It would make a lot of sense. If they build this future Gohan exactly as I just said, he's nasty. They could leave this the same, but he would be nasty. He would be a really tight option to run in all difficult content, right? Because you'd have the damage reduction against multiple enemies, which would make him good for Super Battle Road, but then he would also have the really solid, damage reduction buildup that he has, which would be very effective when that starts building up with his increased stats that I'm saying, like this 150 and this going up to 200% and his higher defense. This man would not be taking anything. I think he would be able to survive Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? And his godly final flash at the end of that event. I'm really excited for this guy. In UI Goku and Tech Hit, I think they were both knocked out of the park, honestly. Whereas the LR EZAs suck ass, I think that so far the category lead EZAs have been incredible. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Int UI Goku before he transforms, but when he transforms, he is exactly what I like, basically, right? So, and Tech Hit is just a god. Like, I love... Tech Hit sucked on release. Now, Tech Hit is like 50 times better right now than he was the day he released. That's true. Like, Tech Hit, like, the day he came out, it was like, why does he not have defense? Like we were saying that day one, dude. And now Tech Hit is a monster. I love Tech Hit, right? Okay. So yeah, future Gohan, very easy way to make this guy just like very, very silly, right? And then finally we have the AGL LR androids. Now these guys, this is tough, right? Like how are they going to make this unit relevant? Because they are very, very old, right? Like look at their passive. Attack plus 15,000 when performing a super attack. There's a lot we could do here. I mean, for starters, adding lower attack and defense to their 12 key is very important. I think at least raise attack and defense by 30% on 12 key, and then maybe raise attack and defense by 50% on 18 key would be good. And then, again, who knows? There's so many things they could do, right? Maybe they could do guaranteed additionals against, like, Saiyans, hybrid Saiyans, Earthlings, that type of stuff. Maybe they could do guaranteed crits. Maybe you could make them stronger if paired with other Android category allies. I feel like that potentially could be a pretty good way to do it, right? Maybe give them guaranteed crits, give them dodge. It's hard to say with this unit because it's like, let's go ahead and take a look at LR Goku. LR Goku, I guess, is sort of like the closest comparison we can make because LR Goku was the first LR ever released, and the androids are the second LR ever released, right? So it's like, here's what Goku did. 10,000 attack and 3,000 defense when facing only one enemy. And then, like, they changed a lot of it, right? And they even gave them different, like, super attack effects and stuff like that. So it's hard to say for sure what exactly they're going to do with everything here, right? They could even give... I mean, if they gave them buffs against superclass enemies... You guys know... I talk about this a lot, but buffs against extreme class enemies kind of suck. Because it's like... I feel like a lot of the times you're not fighting extreme class enemies. But I found that buffs against super class enemies is actually pretty solid. Because it seems like most of the time you're fighting super class enemies. So if they want to give the androids buffs against super class units... I don't think that's a bad thing. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this trio of units that, I mean, dude, the chances that one of these three EZA, I would say is 99%. I think any of the three could EZA. I think two of the three very easily could EZA. Like, we could see, I think the androids and future Gohan getting an EZA is very high. This one, I'd say the chances are a little bit lower. I could see them, dude, honestly... Another future celebration, I could see them going into maybe another Vegito Blue and Rose Dokkan Fest at the end of the year. Dude, I would not be... Would you really be upset? Dual Dokkan Fest at the end of December, Vegito Blue and Rose? No one would be upset. No one. Like, everyone would, yeah, yes, sir. Please, sign me up. Yes, let's go. Yeah. And then they could EZA this unit like then, right? So, let me know what you guys think. But I'm ready, dude. I'm dying of thirst, and only a fusion would quench my thirst at this point. I need Vegito. I need him injected into my veins. I need Rose Goku Black. I need Gogeta. It's time. It's time. It's been way too long since we have 6 months since we've had a fusion or something like that. Like, dude, I can't. Actually, we had Kefla like 6-7 weeks ago. Don't worry about that. We need Gogeta or Vegeta or something. So, let me know what you guys think about these three, man. I'm out.